Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. Whoa, was yesterday a crazy day in the precious metals market. It was just insane. It felt like the purge. That video actually went up yesterday about an hour late, maybe an hour and a half late. I ended up putting that video up at about 9 o'clock because I overslept. And then all of a sudden, silver just started plunging. And I'll be honest with you, doubt was starting to creep into my head as silver was about ready to hit $26. I ended up getting a couple emails the night before, so I stayed up late replying to them. Do I really think silver has a chance at hitting $22, or should I just buy now at 26 and just roll with it and just bite it and go with it? And I replied back to all the emails that I got, and I said, no. I'm not going to go with it. The numbers don't add up. I look at everything going on in the world. I look at the short positions. I look at all this stuff, and the data don't add up. How is silver doing what it's doing? Up to 26. Now, do I believe silver has potential to go a whole lot higher? Yeah, but I also know the big banks manipulate stuff, and they're not going to eat all the millions and millions of dollars if they don't have to by paying back these shorts at $26 an ounce. That comes due. So we're going to see what happens. If you guys enjoyed the video today, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps me out. We're trying to grow the channel. If you really want to help out the channel and you're not a member, I would love to see some of you guys become members. It's only $1.99. If you can't do it right now, hey, it's no big deal. I still appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. It helps me out more than you know. If you're subscribed, that really helps me. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. So a lot of people have been emailing me. They know my predictions. If you've been following the channel for a while, I said by the end of this month, we should see 22 and change come down. And, as we move further and further away, I was starting to lose hope. But after seeing a dollar drop yesterday, that just goes through a couple more days like this. And that's it. We're there. Banks cover. All of a sudden, they just unleash the price. They buy it all back up. They let the price go up. They don't want little people like me and you buying silver at $22. I can tell you that. And yeah, I know there's premiums. You can't buy it for 22. It's 22 in premiums. But let's be honest. If the spot price comes down by essentially $4, that's a big savings for me and you. If you're buying 1 ounce, someone asked me the other day, does it really matter? If you're not buying a ton of ounces, if you're just buying a couple ounces here and there, buy what you like. You're acquiring, instead of Beanie Babies or baseball cards, you're acquiring a solid commodity, a really cool coin, something that will last. Something that you can pass down to your kids. You can almost guarantee that they will be using silver in 100 years from now. If it's been around for thousands of years, it's still going to be here in thousands of years. And, gold's great. But the problem I see with gold is gold doesn't get beat up as much as silver. Silver ends up in landfills a lot. And right now, the whole gold to silver ratio is just ridiculous. And so I'm focusing my attention on silver, but I got to watch it because I want to save every penny I can get. And I have had some people come out and say, if you really believe silver is going to go up, why? Why won't you buy it at this price? Because I believe it's coming down. I mean, it doesn't add up. With everything going on, I said earlier in the month, my prediction for this month was we will probably see $22 and change. Call it a prediction. Call it reading the numbers. But the numbers did not add up. I spend a lot of time in this, looking at stuff, reading information, looking at mining reports to know. I get asked all the time, well, what do you think about mining stocks? Mining stocks can be great. They can be. They truly can, especially if you get a mine that's just ramping out tons of silver or they have a lot of prospects. That's great. But if they're prospects, they're not solid yet. And I always worry about essentially counterparty risk. You look at, what should have been an amazing company, Enron, and, Enron was just pumping out people. Everybody wanted to buy an Enron. What happened? Somebody at Enron cooking the books, and they weren't doing as good as they were. Well, with mining, there are people out there that will seed a mine. They will sub out a core sample. Crush it up, seed some of them buckets with a little bit of gold or a little bit of silver. just to make a report look good. Is it dirty? Is it dishonest? Is it crooked? Absolutely. But that's where counterparty risk comes into play. When you buy an ounce of silver, that's it. You got the finished product. You're buying the silver. You hold it. You own it. Maybe you put it in a safe. Maybe you put it into your mattress. Maybe you have a safety deposit box. Maybe you use a vaulting service. I don't know. But the truth of the matter is you hold a solid asset. Is there going to be counterparty risk and everything? I heard someone tell me the other day, there's nothing you can do that doesn't have a counterparty risk. Maybe you're right in that argument. However, when you hold silver, I believe you hold a solid asset. When you are part of a group of people that also invest in similar items like you, if all of a sudden I needed some money tomorrow, I could go to any one of those people and say, hey, look, I know silver's at $26. I'll sell it to you at spot. It's at $25. I'll sell it to you at spot. The truth of the matter is, almost anybody watching this video, if a friend came up to you tomorrow and had a bunch of silver coins and you knew though they were real, we have a tester in our group, which means, you can use my Sigma, check it out. A lot of times you can tell though. But just in case, we got other ways of testing it. But here's the thing. You test it, you know it's real, you're going to pay spot for silver. Especially because even if it falls from here and goes down hypothetically to 22, you still made out. So this idea of, what happens? It's hard to sell. It's hard to sell it if you take it to a pawn shop. Have I taken it to a pawn shop before? I've taken it just to see what they would say. And I get such a kick out of it. We may not get that for it. How you feel about $5 or $10 an ounce? And my reply is usually, is it 5 or is it 10? And they're like, well, for you, I'll do 10. And I get a kick out of it. Oh, yeah, I was thinking more at least spot. He goes, oh, no, we're going to sell it for spot. We got to make we got to make something for our overhead. Then you see it in the store, in the pawn shop, and they're asking $50. Now, have I ever sold to a pawn shop? No, I have not sold to a pawn shop. However, how would I know that I'm going to see it for $20? For $50, because I'll go in there later and eventually I'm going to see. I check pawn shops all the time because I know pawn shops get good deals. And in some cases, you can get good deals. A buddy of mine went into a pawn shop just the other day, had a Morgan, certified Morgan dollar. Certified. NGC certified, and the guy wanted 50. He said, I'll give you 30 for it. He said, oh, I can't do that. He goes, look, $30, or I don't want it. And he ended up getting it for 30. Why? Because the pawn shop probably paid that dude spot price, maybe 20. And I told him, I said, that's a pretty solid deal. You get a Morgan certified for $30, I would pay that all day. Especially certified. Now, I know some of them out there might be like, I thought you said you'd rather have, in most cases, a good ounce of silver. A good being like a Britannia or a Panda or something, an Eagle, but I know an Eagle probably ain't going to happen. But you never know. Instead of a Morgan dollar, that's 90%. And I'll stick to that. Yeah, I would. I'd rather have a solid ounce of silver than a Morgan. The Morgan's great. It's 90%. It does have a lot of historical value, has a lot of collectible value. You don't see them every day. They're great in some cases. Have I bought Morgans for $30? Yeah. When I'm traveling on the road and I'm going places, I always carry a Morgan or a peace dollar with me. Why? Because when I walk into a store and I'm about ready to pay $40, $50 for something and I pull that out and they see it, I almost always get asked, oh, wow, what's that? Oh, that's a Morgan dollar from 1820, whatever a common year Morgan is. Pull that out, show it to them, and they usually end up, oh, I'll tell you what, you want to trade that and you can have all this? Heck yeah. I don't say heck yeah. I say, well, I've had it for a while, but yeah, I'll do that. Because I know, I understand. But you know what you did? I had someone tell me one day, oh, that means you're burning them. You basically sold it to them for $40. No, I didn't, because they didn't pay $40, $50 for whatever they gave me. They had a markup on that. And here's what you did. They didn't take fiat dollars, paper. They didn't take a sheet of paper. What they took is a solid asset. They took that Morgan dollar home. They might have given it to their kid for the long haul. They might have put it in a desk drawer. When things get ugly, they will pull that out and they will know, wow, I got a heck of a deal. You potentially, when you give someone an ounce of silver, you potentially have a shot at, I'll say, saving their life. I know someone out there's laughing right now that maybe that's overkill. That's just too much. You can't say that. But here's the thing. When the dollar goes away, I know they'll probably go digital by that point. Okay. But I don't think you're going to have a lot of time to trade in necessarily all your dollars. I mean, we've talked about that time and time again. I mean, that's why I've got, 50 million, I don't know, whatever, different currencies here. I had a really big one. There was something like 100. Oh, look at that one. Yeah, there's a good one. What is that? $1 million. We got $1 million right here. There you go. When they change currencies, your old stuff becomes worthless. It's paper. Silver is real. It's been around for 1,000 years. It's going to be around for 1,000 years. But the problem is right now they are manipulating it as much as they can. And the more that they manipulate it and short it, in 3 months from now, they've got to cover those shorts. Well, that's now. Now is the time. Are they going to cover this month? They might pay out the hundreds of millions of dollars that they're going to owe if they can't bring the price down. But I think they're going to bring the price down. I don't think they're going to eat that. I don't. And I think the reason we saw it come down $1 today was awesome. In the comments, how many of y'all bought silver today? How many of you thought, oh, wow, this is the dip. I'm going in hard. Okay. If the price drops another 50 cents or $1 today or Monday, you're probably going to really go in. Most people would. I've done it. I went in hard the first drop before, and then all of a sudden the next day you see another big drop and you are in. You are tapped out. You're putting everything you got on the line because you believe this is it. And then what happens? A day later, it plunges. And you're like, what did I do? I should have waited a little bit. If I had just waited, I would have saved a couple more dollars an ounce. Does it matter on a small order of a couple ounces or picking up a little here and there? Probably not. But if you're going big, you go big. And for that reason, I'm hoping we're going to see it happen in the next week. Now, I've had people say, oh, you're hoping. I'm not going to bet my future on your hopes and thoughts. You can think, I hate to say it, people are going to think whatever they're going to think. However, I wasn't interested in 26. 25 would be nice. 24 would be nice. However, right now, I'm going to wait until the end of the month because I know they got to cover their shorts. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll see $22 and change. With that being said, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to become a member of the channel, it's only $1.99 and it helps me out more than you know creating these videos. And maybe you'll get a shot at winning something really cool because every month we do something. With that being said, thank you all for watching and hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Have a great weekend. Take care.